Hey guys, Sure Shot Midget here. This is a review of my KJW slash HFC M9. It's a custom build that I did. I completed this in $35. Minus the mag, minus the flashlight, which I had those laying around. Also this grip part. So I bought it as a boneyard, and the issue was with the propane mag, which I forgot to bring down. When you put it up inside the gun and you pull the trigger, it makes like a it just shoots just enough gas basically off to shoot the BB, not enough to propel the slide back unless you push the mag hard up into the gun. So I thought that was the mag catch. I replaced it with the metal one. It is used, but there's hardly any wear on here, and I'm still getting the same issue. But with the CO2 mag, it works. With my old mag catch, it did not work with the CO2. So that was obviously part of it, and then my slide lock was literally snapped. And I got a KJW slide lock. And this is the HFC plastic model, the plastic M9 model, and I have a KJW metal slide on here. Now, the reason why I put this slide on here is because it's got white dots, and on all three sites, and the plastic one did not have that. So I had to switch it out, but there's one issue, and that's the screw inside of the safety housing was stripped, so a screw won't go in there. I had to jam one in there, and it actually fits, and it's just basically holding this bottom plate. I'll show you it. I'll get into that later. So this flashlight, I put on any of my pistols that I field it as a primary when I do CQB, and I use my pistol as a primary. I put a flashlight on all of them because I have a WE PT26 and a KWC PT99 that have rails, and my 1911 does not. So the magazine here holds 25. You can get 3 magazines off with this one CO2 can in this gun, this specific model here with the metal slide, which is pretty good. So the slide on this is metal. Everything else is stock besides the slide lock and mag catch, like I said. The frame is plastic. The slide lock's metal, the trigger's metal, the takedown lever's metal. The outer barrel's metal, but looks very realistic. It looks much better than the KWA plastic outer barrel crap. And obviously their tips are painted on. This one is gone. This is clear, like it's done nicely. I don't know if someone like took paint remover and took it off, but there's no glue even on the tip, so I don't know what that's all about. The nozzle is HFC standard. I do have a KJW spare CO2 one that is very worn. It's had like 3,000 rounds through it, so it does work. I tried it in this, but I'm just gonna run this HFC until it breaks. The frame's plastic, like I said. The hammer's metal. The trigger bar's metal. I would upgrade these once these break fast, especially if you dry fire a gun, which most people do because they like the sound of it. People are idiots. This lower here is very simple. When this is pushed down, basically this can fire. It can fire without it anyways, but I wonder, that resets it. That's what resets it basically does, semi-auto, because it slides into the slide up here. It's kind of part of the safety, because then when the safety goes down, it pushes it down, and it won't fire. Let me push it down. Yeah, if you push it down, it won't fire. And if it's up, it'll fire. So, yeah, it's just plastic down here. The inner frame is metal. Nothing steel, though. It's well taken care of, though. It looks brand new. And then the frame here, or the slide, sorry. Pull the spring guide out. Pull the barrel. Now the spring and spring guide are not steel. Actually, the spring is steel. See? The spring guide is not. This plate right here is steel, and that's actually what is falling off, because that screw is stripped. So I jammed that screw down in there, and I put some glue, and the glue came off. So what I actually did instead is I just untightened the screw a little bit, so that it's basically blocking it from coming back. See? It's really loose. See how it goes back and forth? So I don't think it's going to snap, because there's a lot of meat here. It might bend it eventually, but it doesn't look worn at all. So I have a friend that has a new one of these. There's one in the plastic upper that is new, so I might try to salvage that and put it in here. But that, you know, taking all the safeties out, and I don't really want to mess with that. The nozzle here has perfect springs in there. Nozzle's plastic, obviously. The barrel here is really genius. You cannot pull it out unless you pull this down and it clicks. It'll make a click. Listen. Kind of a click, sort of. Not really. And then you can pull it out just like that. None of that KWA garbage. I've had a KWA M9. It was freaking garbage. Basically, when you take the gun, when you would take the magazine, wow. I just pulled that off. And the spring went flying. It still doesn't come off, though. I heard it. Oh, well, that spring flew. That won't affect it at all, because it still won't come out unless it clicks. But now it'll fall out. Whatever, fixed top up here. But there is some bucking sticking down. But back onto my KWA stuff, as soon as you would pull your barrel out, your hop-up would, like, slide out, and, like, it's super small, and there's, like, there's, like, one screw holding the whole thing together, and it's down here, and the top part is, like, the bucking's exposed. It's a terrible design. KWA doesn't have my business anymore. They used to, but what I got from them was garbage. Every single one of them. Now, I don't know where that spring went, so no big deal. I heard it all the way across the room. Oh, whatever. Take this. Now, I've had about 200 rounds through this gun. Since I've done this mod, it's been about 100, so... And it hasn't budged. Put this in here. Now that spring pushes this up, that part up there, so it's not there anymore, so it won't be pushed up. Actually, it will. Probably because of the frame. Kind of feels smoother. It feels smoother. That's odd. Maybe it's just... I don't know, it's smoother. That's weird. The magazine here, take these or what I really do like about this gun, obviously when you turn the safety, it does not fire, no decocker. I like that there's no decocker though. I don't like the decocker on the real thing because I like having my safety on all times, but I don't want it decocked because I hate the double action. So you load one in the chamber, put on safe, just to keep it safe. But let's say, you know, you look in your barrel. Oh, you don't want that BB in there. You want to safely clear your gun. You don't want to be like the KWAs. I've had to do with those with mine, where you would open up the slide like this, and you would have to blow inside of it, or like some of the TMs, you could do that. Not everyone does that. People would probably just shoot it, but like if, you know, mag's out, you know, chamber's clear, or you go to the chrono, all you have to do is just go like that. And it ejects. It basically just free falls out of the chamber. And that is awesome. That is something that I want in my pistol. Honestly. And my WE P226 is like that too. Which is awesome. I love that feature. I don't think the company meant to do that, but... So do I recommend a HFC M9? If you're going to buy a M9 gas blowback, go with the WE, because the WEs are like $10, $15 more, and they do have metal frames and slides. Now, that's not to say you can just go racking and just pulling the trigger. That's going to break your gun. Now, WE parts are cheap. Cheap, and about half of the gun is Tokyo-Marui compatible, so you can find parts super easy. But the same thing with the HFC. Now the KJW I do recommend too, but KJWs and HFCs seem a little. They have more recoil than the WE, but the gas efficiency is kind of weak on the KJWs and the HFCs. I mean, you can see with this, when you fire it, it doesn't cycle as fast as it should. I mean, it's CO2. It's super high pressure. It should be cycling faster. I'm going to take these BBs out so I can just dry fire it to show you. So, holding the slide lockdown, I'll just leave the flashlight off. holding the slide lock down. It has a good bit of recoil because it is the KJW, or the KJW slide, that's why, and it's metal. Sorry guys, I'll do it from this side. Yeah, the recoil is pretty good. I like it. I love CO2, but CO2 is obviously higher pressure. But if you lube your guns, you don't dry fire them, they will last you. I mean, the KWC, sorry, PT99s are complete pot metal. The only parts that are steel are the screws for the grip. Everything is pot metal. Lowest of the lowest qualities of pot metal. And guess what? Mine's lasted, it's not this one, if you're getting confused. It's lasted, I have a review of it, I think. Maybe I don't. I have a shooting test. I'll have to get on that. Go look on my channel. I should have it on there. It's a KWC PT99. It's an M9 replica, basically a copy of it that Taurus made, the real one. It's really cheap metal, and those tend to break. Their trigger bars and the hammers snap very easily. I don't know the compatibility on them because the last time I had one break, I had two of them. One of them, it broke, the trigger bar broke, and then I modded it, and then the hammer snapped, and I kind of gave up, so I have a buttload of PT99 parts. And then, like, 4 months, maybe, it's been like a year. It was last summer, but I've hardly used it. So a year ago, I got a PT99 again, brand new from, I actually got it from a friend, but he got it a week before. So, like, I'm sure he dry fired it, but as soon as I got it, I never dry fired it. Never, ever, ever. I've treated it with care. And there's wear on paint rub-off. That's it. There's no, like, other than paint rub-off, there's no wear on that. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I do recommend HFC, KJW, and WE, not KWAs. I recommend Toki Murray's, too. I have a friend that's ordering a WE, so I'll probably make reviews on that, videos on that, so you guys, you know, I might compare, too. But I have had a KJW and an HFC, and I recommended both. And a KWA, and that was horrible. Way too overpriced, and the hop-up was crap. So, hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel.